the truth of this manosphere, and I'm here. I'm here on a Is it too loud? Or can you hear? I don't know. I feel like it might be kind of loud. Okay, you guys are talking about some funny stuff, man. You're talking about some funny stuff. I've never liked women or sex. Well, I mean, that's a good thing. I mean, as long as you're not gay, I don't have a problem with that, you know? I don't have no problem with that. I have no problem at all. But yeah, I mean, I'm here on a Friday evening. So what are you guys doing here on a Friday evening? Of course, me, I don't do nothing on a Friday evening. I'm a hermit. I've been a hermit since the beginning of this pandemic, man. I've not been to any social event since February 2020. February 2020 was the last time that I socialized, which is why I'm so desperate to get out of this country. One of the reasons why. So yeah, I'm eating a burger right now. So I just want to eat this burger first before we get into the gist of things. But I want to talk about what's upcoming on the channel. So actually, first of all, let's talk about the subscribers only mode. Okay. So I put up sorry, I've put it in subscribers only mode. Okay, because I want serious people in here only. I don't want stock accounts in here. So that's why I put it in subscriber only mode. Alright guys? So if you're newly subscribed, I'm not sure, I don't think I can make any exceptions. But this might be my last stream of the year or ever. I know I say that a lot, but the thing is that I'm not going to stream in November, December. It's too cold. I'm not going to stream in November, December. That was a good burger, man. It was a nice burger. I was surprised because a lot of the time these burgers aren't that good, but that was a pretty tasty burger. Anyway. So I put it in subscriber only mode. No, I won't make them from home. And the reason why is I have one PC, okay? I don't have a streaming setup. I do my work at home, okay? And with my work, okay, I can't really close it. I mean, that's the thing. I can't really close it. Running streaming plus my work, I have a lot of tabs. I have a software running in the background. I just don't want to, mess around like that. So I will never stream from home. The only way I'll stream from home if I get another PC. But I mean, see, I'll get another PC when I expatriate. Yeah, I'll need another PC, but I'm not gonna stream from home. I can't mix my work and this. It may not even work, and it may crash the work that I'm doing as well. The streaming may crash it and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's just not worth it. I mean, why do you need a PC to play games? Well, I mean, that's kind of a good point. Do I need a PC? But I got more important things to worry about, man. Like, all this stuff is not important. What's important is making a ton of money before this Great Depression hits. That's the only thing that matters. Nothing else matters. So let me talk about money, okay? Money. See, the lack of money is the reason why you're living, okay? The reason why you're living in a what do you call it? A restricted situation is because of your lack of money. That's the reality of it. Your life is restricted because you're not making enough money. More money equals more options. A lot of people want to deny that money is a solution. People want to deny that money is a solution. And the reason why people want to deny that money is a solution is because the moment they accept that money is a solution, okay? The moment they accept that money is a solution, they have to admit now that they must go out there and make it. And that's what most people just don't want to do that. Most people do not want to do it. They do not want to go out there and make any cash. Because it's hard. It's hard, man. It's hard to make cash. See, people, they blame the system, all right? They blame the system. They say the system is to blame. They say the system is at fault. Right? They say that. But the thing is, okay, the system is not stopping you from actually making money. What the system does is that most people in the system just don't know how. Most people in the system just don't know how to make money. And that's the issue. Because the education system does not teach you this. Most of us are raised around our parents. Our parents don't know anything. What do your parents tell you? Oh, just go to school, son. Just go to school, son. School is the solution. Well, school is not the solution. You know? School is not the solution. It's never been the solution. See, the education system, as King Human used to say, is designed to make you a cog in the wheel, a battery in the matrix. That's what it's designed to do. King Human used to say that. Right? Go to university. School teaches you to be an employee. That's true. Going to university, is that a good idea? For me, no. But for Juicel, I would say it's not a bad option for Juicel. Juicel could go to university and he'll get money for it. He'll get free money. But back to the point. That's why you need to break out the matrix, the rat race in the West. The rat race is not the solution to a fulfilling life. You are working for people, making them rich. And we all do that to a certain extent, but you want a nice slice of the pie. I want a nice slice of the pie. Right? And I say make enough money so that your lifestyle is your lifestyle is not compromised. See, my lifestyle is heavily compromised here in the West. That's why I want to leave the West. You know? But I'm looking at other countries, and I'm seeing that my lifestyle in those countries, I can afford a lifestyle. You know? I can afford a lifestyle in the West, in other countries, that is what I want, you know? So why should I see? But that's the thing, they don't want you to expatriate. Winston Wu talks about this a lot, you know, and Winston Wu's got some golden material, you know. A lot of people don't like Winston Wu, he's a deadbeat dad, this and that, and you know what, I'm not saying Winston Wu, okay, Winston Wu is a moral guy. I mean, he knocked up a Filipina, and I don't think he takes care of his son. You know, I don't think Winston Wu is a moral guy, but at the end of the day, he's got some golden material on his channel. I can't deny that. But people will just ask the government to give them money. You know? People will just ask the government to give them money because it's easier. It's easier to say, oh, the government, just raise the minimum wage, like I said in my last stream. Or just, you know, increase the taxes on the rich. It's easy to say that, right? Because most people got that kind of mindset. And Gen Z is even worse. Gen Z and millennials are worse. See, they have no work ethic. They're all socialists. And they hate the rich. See, I don't hate the rich because at the end of the day, the rich, right? We can learn from them. We can learn from the rich. What can we learn from the poor? What can we learn from the poor? What can we really learn from the poor? Not much, if anything. You know? I'm not capitalist or socialist independent. I'm not a capitalist either. Because I advocate a lot of things to be banned that make a lot of money. You know, so I'm not a capitalist in that sense. Because if I was to ban a lot of things, if I was in power and I was to ban a lot of things, they would say, well, they're making money, you should allow them. I'd say, no, it's not good. So I'm not a capitalist either. I'm not a capitalist or a socialist. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I feel like what we have to look at is historically, what is natural? You know, what is natural? Is it natural for the poor to be sustained? You know, you know, is it natural for us to sustain the poor with no benefit? I get no benefit out of sustaining the poor. You know, that's not natural, that's not normal. See, there's a nature to human beings, and, you know, I'm not 100% sure exactly what that is. I'm not an expert, but I know that socialist definitely isn't natural. It's not how human beings should be, you know. But see, the whole money thing, I mean, a lot of people want to deny, right? And say, oh, what do they say? Money doesn't make you happy, right? This is what they say. Money doesn't make you happy. These people aren't happy themselves. Being broke doesn't make you happy. See, money won't solve everything. Money won't cure your autism, right? Money won't cure your autism. Money won't cure your anxiety. But at the end of the day, you know, a lot of people don't have morals, you know. A lot of rich people, they get coked up on drugs, they get, you know, because they don't have morals. I know that I have the moral capacity to live a clean and healthy lifestyle while being a multimillionaire as well. I know. I'm not going to do cocaine and hookers, you know. That's the kind of lifestyle that some people will do if they get money. Or cocaine and hookers, you know. That's not the kind of lifestyle that I want to live, you know. A lot of these guys like Mac Miller is dead right now, right? Because he did that lifestyle. And look where it got him. Look what it did to him. Can you scale your business to make millions? Yeah, sure. Sure, I mean, millions, tens of millions, I don't know, but take it one step at a time. And I'm starting a new business next year anyway. But I mean, that's the reality. I mean, I've been telling you guys since last year, okay, April. I produced some great content at the beginning of the pandemic. Warning you guys, okay, warning you guys to get started on something. Whether it's a career, whether it's a business, get started on something. How many of you guys done it? There's 9 people in the chat. Ask yourself, what have I done since this pandemic kicked off? Since this pandemic kicked off, okay, since this pandemic kicked off in March 2020, I know Juicel, you haven't done anything, you know. I know Juicel, you in particular haven't done anything. See, and that's the thing, I told you guys to make the most of your opportunity, because when the economy hits the bottom, rock bottom, okay, when the economy hits the rock bottom, you're in trouble, man. You're in trouble. When the economy hits the rock bottom, see, I'm trying to squeeze as much money as I can and get the hell out of this country. You know, I'm trying to squeeze as much money as I can and get the hell out of this country so I can get my citizenship, right? And which is going to cost me $150,000, by the way. You know, with a bread and a loaf of bread and a tin of beans. That's what you're going to be given? No, bro. I want to be in a low cost of living country. You know, I need to be in a low cost of living country. Yes, where do I want to go? I'm open to anywhere. Like I've told you guys, low tech, okay, low tech. Low tech is a must. The country has to be low tech. The country has to meet the lifestyle that I'm interested in. Okay, so the kind of lifestyle that I want is a lifestyle that caters to the expat way of living. You know, the luxury lifestyle, but it has to be cost effective. You know, Thailand is a good option. Malaysia is a good option. Bali, Indonesia is a good option. You say South America is a good... South America, if you speak Spanish, see, South America is a good option if you speak Spanish, yeah. The thing is with South America, I'm not sure about what the lifestyle is like there. But I was thinking about going to Costa Rica, actually. But Costa Rica is not cheap, you know. I'd like to have land, so Texas is a good... Yeah, I mean... You're Gen Zer, bro, so of course you want to go to the US. You know, you want to go to the US because you're Gen Zer. I mean, you can buy land in other countries, by the way. You know, not in Thailand. Caribbean. Yeah, listen, I'm open to going to anywhere outside of high-tech countries. You know. Well, Texas isn't really any better, and you're still going to be sanctioned. You're still going to be living in the same lifestyle, man. You know? I mean, you think that Texas is any different to the rest of the U.S. It's really not. I mean, you know, the USA as a nation is the hard thing. It's a high-tech country. I mean, they're going to use technology to... I don't think a lot of you guys realize what's going on. One guy mentioned Singapore. Singapore's using robots on the people. I'm against high-tech countries, man. I don't want to live in any high-tech countries. High-tech countries are going to the dystopian way. All of them. China, Japan. China's already there. Japan, you know, Singapore is using robots to monitor people. You know, I mean, Western European countries are coming as well. It depends, though. I mean, you know, I don't mind going to Africa. You know, I don't mind going to Africa because at the end of the day, Africa, you know, people bash Africa, but what do you need that's not in Africa, though? That's the thing. What do you need that's not in Africa? All I need is a high-speed internet connection. I don't need robots. What do I need robots for? I don't need 5G. What do I need 5G for? You know, there's nothing that Africa really doesn't have nowadays. You know, Africa is, you know. So, how is Qatar? I mean, Qatar has the highest GDP. Africa isn't. Yeah, I mean, Qatar is like not a good country either, man. I mean, but the Africa poverty thing is a myth. It's a myth because there's billionaires in Africa. Why would a billionaire stay in Africa? You know, why would a billionaire stay in Africa if it's so poor as they claim? I mean, it's not that poor as they claim. That's the thing. You know, Africa is not that poor. It's just that a lot of people are not literate. You know, military coup can happen every day. Well, look, what you're saying is that the whole place of Africa is like that. You know, and Africa is a decent place as far as I'm concerned. I don't mind Africa. You know, I don't mind Africa. But anyways, we've gone 25 minutes. What was I going to talk about next? Yeah. So I want to talk about basically a lot of you guys, man. You're not taking your life into your own hands, man. You're not being serious. Like a lot, especially you, Juicel. I mean, you, Juicel, you're heading down to the wrong path. You know. You're heading down to the wrong path, Juicel. You're not taking your life into your own hands. You're not taking control of your life. You're looking at rap. You're looking at things that you can't really control. You can't control whether you're going to make it in rap. You just can't. You can't control whether you're going to make it in boxing. These things, same thing with St. Andrew. St. Andrew kept applying for jobs. He can't control what he was doing. See, St. Andrew was selling on eBay and quit. And I'm going to mention that in my St. Andrew video. But something simple like selling on eBay, you can actually, control, what you do. You can control what you sell. You can control how much you buy, and you can make 6 figures on eBay. But that's the thing. But you got to start doing things that you can control over, and stop putting your future into the hands of everybody else, man. It's like, these footballers who try to become famous in football. And, to become a footballer, if you're not, at a young age, you're already selected. If you're in your 20s and you're trying to become a footballer, your future is not in your own hands. You can perform, but, and I actually went to school with a guy who tried to become a footballer and failed, and he was complaining about how, the managers just don't like him and all that. And I said, but the thing is, your life is not in your own hands, though. Why are you putting your future down to a manager liking you or not liking you? That's the problem with a lot of people, that they're going into things that they don't have a control over. And we're too old to be doing that, man. We're too old to be chasing things that are, out of our control. I take as much control over my life as possible. I take as much control over my life as possible. Obviously, there's external factors. We can't control the government. We can't control the economy, but we can control what we do. We can control, if you start a business, you can control what you sell. You can control how much you buy. You can control how you sell, marketing, everything. Don't become a statistic. Don't become a slave to the system. We have to start thinking about how can we, start to dominate in our own lives, man. When you say champion in boxing, champion doesn't mean you make money, by the way. Even if you become a world champion boxer, the manlet don't make any money in boxing. None. If you're 5'3", 5'4", you don't make any money. There was one guy, he had a better record than Mayweather. I never heard of him. Some guy I think he's from Guatemala or something. The guy had like 60 something wins in a row. And I never even heard of this guy. Nobody knows who he is, because the manlet boxer don't make any money. Now, if you have to become a world champion fighter to make any money in boxing. World champion fighter to become make money in boxing. It's a ridiculous sport, Even if you were to fight for the British title, you're not making any money. I'm telling you, even if you were to fight for the British title, you're not making more money than me. You're making less than me. And I'm not getting punched in the face, How's freelancing? You can become a freelancer, but the thing is, with freelancing, right? It's very competitive, because you got to think of it like this. You're competing with the Indians, right? You're competing with Pakistanis. You're competing with Nepalis. You're competing with people who live with a low cost of living. Are you going to get to a freelance position where you're that great that people are coming to you. Because if you're just an average freelancer, who's going to come to you over somebody from another country? As long as they speak English, they're going to choose them. That's the problem with freelance. It's a worldwide market. Unless you're really, really good, like professional, you've got a really, like, the thing is with freelance, you've got to have a really good portfolio. Look at St. Andrew, he was a freelance proof, what's that job he did? You know, freelance proofreading or something like that. The guy wasn't making jack, you know. That guy wasn't making jack, man. I mean, so that's the thing. I mean, death wrestling. Wrestling? What do you mean wrestling? Like WWE? So yeah, I mean, it's tough. I'm going to speak a bit less because all people's windows probably open. I don't want to disturb anyone. But yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough in freelance. Freelance is tough. You know, I would say not rule out university. You're going to get instant money. If you go to university, okay, if you go to university, you're going to make instant money. You're going to be given 3,000, 4,000 for your semester. And you're going to learn business, man. You're going to learn business as well. So you'll get like 2,000 or 3,000 bucks your first semester, right? Some of it you don't have to pay back, some of it you have to pay back, but you might get up to 4,000. I don't know how poor your parents are. It depends. If your parents are poor, you know, if your parents are poor, because, you know, university, actually, I used some of the money to start up a business in 2016, because you're going to be living at home, okay? Do you have a local university that you can live at home? You know, your parents are poor, so you're going to get a lot of money. You're going to get a lot of money. You're going to get like maybe 4,000 in your bank account the first like few weeks. The first few weeks you join, you're going to get like 4,000 in your bank account. So you're going to get money, and you're not going to be going out partying. You're just going to be using the money for food. You're just going to be using the money for food, and that's it, you know. You're going to be living with your parents. So you're going to get money. You're going to get money for basically just going to the class. That's it. You know, see, it wasn't worth it for me because I already had, before I joined university, I already had like 9 grand saved. Now, how much did I have? I think I had 4 grand saved. But if you got no money, if you got £61, you might as well go to university, man. There's no reason not to. If you got £61, it's going to take you forever to make 3 to 4, 5 grand. You know, Unreal, how do you make money? I told you already. I'm not going to tell you exactly how I make money, man. I'll tell you the recent side hustle I started. The recent side hustle I started was selling sneakers, okay? That's not my main source of income, but that's the most recent side hustle I started, selling sneakers. It doesn't really matter how I make money, because you can make money anyway online. You know, you can make money anyway online. I'm not doing anything special, man. You know, you guys, you're so interested about what I'm doing. I mean, I'm out here on a Friday night. You guys are here on a Friday night. You got nothing to do. I got nothing. I mean, I got stuff to do. I mean, I need to go home and work, but yeah. So that's the thing. I mean, I need to go home and work, man. But the thing is with me, right? I need to start a new business, man, because you know, my income, man, is gonna drop in January. You know, but that happens to everybody. But you know, there's a lot of good free content on YouTube. You can learn. I mean, there's a lot of good content in YouTube. But let's get into the final topic anyway. So I want to talk about the punishment, okay? A lot of you guys are being punished. Let me tell you that. A lot of you guys are being punished, okay, for how you've lived your life. Years upon years upon years of negligence you will be punished in your life because of that, okay? You'll be punished in your life because of that if you live your life in negligence. You see, I'm still being punished today because of what I did, those gaming and all that nonsense I did in my late teens and early 20s. I'm still being punished today. You think I'm being punished? And I accept that. I accept my punishment because how I live my life, you know. I could be on a yacht in Dubai. I could be living lavish right now. But because I was negligent in my late teens and early 20s, now I'm being punished for that. And you see, this is the thing. It's like when you go to prison, you know that you've done something wrong. You have to just accept it. You know, if you did something wrong, you did a home invasion and robbed somebody, you sold drugs, you have to accept it. You have to accept, you know, that you've done something wrong, and you have to accept your punishment, man. You know, these guys I talk about on YouTube, they complain. What are you complaining about? This is your punishment. This is your punishment for your negligence. What is the reason to complain? You know, I don't complain about my life because I know why I'm in the position that I'm in. I know exactly what I did. And that's why I don't play video games anymore. That's why I work so many hours, because I realize that this is what it takes. This is what it takes. You know, people who don't accept their punishment, that is the kind of people who become killers. You know, see, people like Jake Davison didn't accept his punishment. He didn't accept, you know what, I messed up my life. My 20s, okay, my 20s are not going to be good. My 20s are not going to be good because I messed up. I have to accept my punishment. You know, that's what Jake Davison didn't want to accept his punishment. He wanted to go and inflict pain upon other people because he didn't want to accept. He wasn't a high flyer. You know, if you're not a high flyer in life, you're not gonna be living a lavish life in your 20s, man. You know, these Asian kids who study 10 hours a day, you know, you see these guys on YouTube, these guys who study 10 hours a day, right? You know, from childhood. That's why they're living lavish, man. You see these guys on YouTube, you know, you see these guys like Graham Stephan. I'm pretty sure Graham Stephan was not negligent throughout his early 20s and mid 20s, man. I'm pretty sure these people. What is that? That looks like the flag of Italy up there. It's a plane, but it looks like the Italian flag, bro. That's kind of crazy. I need to jump on a plane, man. That's making me jealous, bro. That is making me jealous. I need to jump on a plane and get out of this place. When I touch down in another country, that's when my life begins. That's when my life begins. When I touch down in another country, that's when my life begins. My life hasn't begun yet. See, I accept that this is my suffering stage. I accept that. I accept that this is my suffering stage. Okay? Some of you guys don't want to accept that. That's why you're complaining. You shouldn't be complaining. Just say, you know, this is my suffering stage. This is the stage where I have to suffer for my negligence. That's the thing. A lot of you guys don't want to accept that. And that's why people become killers. Because they can't accept their punishment. You know? The world is not just going to hand you everything for nothing. You have to work for it, man. You know? Had I been a high flyer from 18, had I done what I'm doing now from 18, you think my life will be the same? You think my life will be the same? It wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same, man. My life wouldn't be the same. If I did what I'm doing now from the age of 18, my life wouldn't be the same, man. It wouldn't be the same. I'd be a multimillionaire already. I'd be living lavish already, you know? So you have to make the sacrifice. That's the thing. People don't want to accept it. You know, this is why you got these guys on YouTube in their 20s complaining about their life. You shouldn't be complaining. You should understand. But see, a lot of people don't understand how the world works. You know? A lot of people don't understand how the world works because they believe that they're entitled, that they're owed things. I know I'm not owed anything. I'm not owed a damn thing. My life, okay, my life being the way that it is as a result of my own choices and decisions. It's got nothing to do with the government. It's got nothing to do with women. It's got nothing to do with, feminism or some kind of, some people even talk about there's some spiritual war. There's some spiritual war in up there, and we're fighting against some kind of archons or something. I don't know what they're talking about, but people talk about all this different stuff, and I don't blame anything else other than myself, because nobody forced me to play video games. Nobody forced me to work 20 hours a week, when I should have worked 80. Nobody forced me, So that's the thing. Hopefully when I'm in my middle 20s, I have a good life. Well, you shouldn't be living through hope. You should be saying, at this stage, I can do it. I'm still young. What should I do? Well, if you're still young, you can try everything. Ray is the entrepreneur. His channel's all about trying everything. Just try things. If you ain't got money, then I don't really know what you can do if you ain't got no money, but go to university if you ain't got no money. I mean, you make money from university if you live at home, and if you don't do any extracurricular, you don't go to parties, you don't go to expensive restaurants, you just live on the bread line, you make money from university. Comfy Neat is the worst guy, man. 25 years old, leeching off his parents. Well, Comfy Neat should be forced into hard labor, but the society is too soft, and that's why, see, that's the thing. These people won't even clean your house. They won't do nothing. Law of attraction. Well, law of attraction, basically you can speak something or think something into existence. Is that what you mean by law of attraction? Affirmations are real. Affirmations are real, but the thing is, it's not that simple. Saying it is a reminder, When you say something, you do remind yourself that, you have to do it. So it does kind of work to a certain extent, but it doesn't mean just because you keep saying something repeatedly that you're necessarily going to do it. But yeah, do you believe tennis player is not simple, man. You got to be talented at a very young age to do tennis, man. Look at how they play. It's a very difficult sport. What the hell's going on in the fire brigade? Kanye West. Don't look at celebrities, man. Celebrities are not real people. You got to look at real people. Don't look at people like Logan Paul and all these people. They don't live in the real world. You have to look at people who live in the real world, not people who were gifted things as teenagers. They're not real people, man. What can I do with $1,000 or millions? $1,000, okay. $1,000, you can either do a course, okay. You can buy some stock to sell online. You can go to some events. Some events you can go to that might charge you some money to go to an event and learn something. Take some classes or courses. You can do some stuff with it. It depends on you. What do you think about going to seminars? Well, don't go to seminars like Shakir Hussain and these scammers. I mean, most of them are just upsells. I mean, most of them, they're just upselling stuff, That's the thing with these seminars. I mean, Grant Cardone, Dan Locke, these people are making money off of that. I mean, the thing is that I recommend learning yourself. I recommend learning yourself. The thing is, a lot of people don't have the money. It does take longer. See, I can design a course. Okay, I can design a course, right? I can design a course, but that's not like my strength to design courses. But down the line, I may have to design a course and sell to the people. But see, I want to design a course that is well refined. If I do design one, Grant Cardone 10x rule. Well, I like the rule of Patrick Bet-David, the 2x rule, where if you can double your money every year, like let's say if you can go in with 10,000, you can double your money every year. I think it's 10, 20, 40, 80, 160, 320, 640, and then a million, over a million. So if my math is correct, you can be a million in 9 years. I'm going to be a millionaire because the way I'm looking at, like, the economic depression could derail me a little bit, and that's where I may have to go into start selling courses. I may have to, do some other stuff if the economic depression derails me. Yeah, but I'm on track to become. It's not that hard to become a millionaire. You just have to keep basically growing every year on year. If you double your money every year on year, even if you 1.5 your money year on year, you're gonna be a millionaire eventually. Most people don't become millionaires. See, this is why you get brainwashed by the internet. Most people don't become millionaires in their 20s and 30s. Most people become millionaires in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. Angry MGTOW. I don't know about Angry MGTOW, bro. That guy, I mean, didn't he betray MGTOW? And what did he do? I mean, why did he betray MGTOW? Ali Abdaal. I've heard of him, but I don't know anything about him. I've heard that name. I've probably watched his channel once or twice, but I don't. Isn't he one of those study geeks? One of those super intelligent study geeks that can study 10 hours a day or something. So I think so. I think that's him. I don't relate to those people because, see, you shouldn't be watching those kind of people. Those channels are for people who are smart, bro. Like, you can't study 8, 9, 10 hours a day, man. You shouldn't be watching those channels. Those channels are for, like, some dorks, man. Like, I don't watch those channels because I can't relate to that. I never been a study geek. And that goes back to St. Andrew. St. Andrew pretends that he was good at studying. He wasn't good at studying. St. Andrew says a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense. If he's good at studying, how come his life is in the position that it's in? I mean, there's no way he's a study geek. He's not a study geek. He's not. I mean, you can't be a study geek and be unemployed. The study geeks are making 120, 150,000 a year. Study geeks don't struggle with employment, man. Study geeks go to Cambridge, Harvard. We need to accept what we are, man. Just because you go to the library, don't mean you're a study. But anyway, I'm gonna keep that for St. Andrews. I'm gonna keep that for St. Andrews. You say St. Andrews is low IQ. I don't think he's that low IQ. He might be too low. He's probably too low IQ to be a study geek. But then so am I. I'm too low IQ to be a study geek. I'm too low IQ to be a study geek, but that doesn't mean I can't make money, though. You don't have to be that intelligent. You just have to be not retarded. You just have to be not retarded. That's basically it. But if you're like hiding in my room is finished. He can't make any money because he's not got an analytical brain. He can't even calculate the 24-hour clock. He can't tell the time difference between Japan and Britain without using his hands. He can't do it mentally. So he's finished. He can't do anything with his life. His life is already over. A lot of people, your life can be over in your 30s. A lot of people don't realize that. That's why they comment on people's, oh, you're only 33. Your life can be over in your 30s, because it's not about, and I'm going to finish on this, but it's not about, just that your age. It's about the fact that you need to hit a certain level to get any kind of technical jobs, any kind of non-wage slave jobs. You need to hit a certain level. Your age doesn't mean that you're going to be able to catch up. It's just like if you're trying to become the next Olympic champion for 100 meters, right? You can run 11 seconds at the age 14, right? It doesn't mean that by 30 you're going to be able to run under 10 seconds. It doesn't mean you just because you're young doesn't mean that you have the capabilities to do it. I mean, 33, 34 is not that old, but the thing is, if you can't compete with the other people, and if your mind is not analytical, if you've destroyed your mind through not only video games and adult content, but also through working minimum wage jobs, it's already over in your 30s. You can't get beyond that. You can't get beyond that. It's done. And that's the thing what a lot of people don't understand. They think that, you can just come back from anything. No, you can't come back from anything. But see, they've been watching too much anime. They don't live in the real world. See, I live in the real world, and I know that I was able to come back because, number one, I was never a dumb guy. Number two, I came back in my, early to mid 20s. I made a comeback. I'm not trying to make a comeback at 35, 40. That's a different ball game. That's a different ball game, and you can't make a comeback. We've seen it in sports. You've seen it in sports. Let's go back to boxing. How many boxers try to make a comeback and get knocked out? Because they're too old. They're too old, and the younger guy is better than them. See, the younger guy is better than them, so they get knocked out because they can't compete with the younger guys. You can't compete with the younger guys as an old man. You can't compete with the younger guys, and that's the problem. These younger guys who are coming out, these dorks, they're going to take the technical jobs because they've got a technical mind. They've come fresh out of university. Their mind is primed and ready for technical work. Their mind is primed and ready for technical work, right? If your mind is not primed and ready for technical work, if you spend 10 years unemployed or working minimum wage jobs, there is no comeback. There is no comeback, and you have to accept your fate and accept your punishment. It's Unreal Man here, the truth and manosphere. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you're informed every time I upload a new video.